Our day began at 5:30 in the morning at the Eldoret Ravine Road. Why? We were out here in the dark, in the quiet, in the cold, Elijah, seeking or looking to keep up or to catch up with a superstar, with a world-class athlete, with an athlete who has shown exactly what is possible in the last few years.
Yeah, it began way earlier, actually. Remember, we were up by 4 a.m. just to be here at 5:30. And that goes to show what exactly the athletes need to do in order for them to win the race, the marathons, in 2 hours, 17 minutes, setting a course record, breaking a world record. It starts early. By 5:30, they are awake. 6, they are hitting the road.
All you could hear were their footsteps and their silhouettes. It's called silhouettes.
Yeah, silhouettes
as they're walking.
And then the steps was so beautiful in synchronization. Never seen, never heard anything as beautiful as that.
Sharon Lokedi, thank you very much for making time to be on Spot On and welcoming us to Kaptagat Farm. Beautiful place where you are hiding as you prepare for Boston Marathon. And we saw you in the morning. You called it an easy run, but we went for 19 kilometers.
20.
20.
Was it because of us?
A little bit.
How tough is preparing for a marathon?
Hey, I usually tell people, honestly, the hardest part of marathon is not the race, it's the training. Because, you have to do the same thing we do today every single day. Every morning you have to wake up exactly 5:30 to do the same thing. Yes, you might have a workout here and there, but it's just the repetition of like doing the same thing over and over, and then your body starts to get so tired because you've been doing all this. So it's a lot. But I don't know, it's also one thing that it helps you to be ready for that race day. So it's the things you have to do to be ready for the race.
And that is what gets you ready for Boston. You are the defending champion going into Boston. How does it feel? What's the feeling like going there as the reigning champion, going there as the woman to beat?
It's challenging, I would say. Of course, going there, you just want to defend your title, but it's never easy to go back and do it again. So it's very if anything, it's harder than usual. So I just have to be very prepared, even more prepared than I have been, but still making sure I'm maintaining, the things that I've been doing, not to overdo things, just to make sure I'm doing the right things. Focusing on that, focusing on recovery, focusing on myself, focusing on my mental side. So just the little things that you have to be very careful, very too much into, and also just thinking about being humble. It's a race, it's a big race, and everybody's coming wanting to win. So you're going there, it's a different race, not compared to last year. It's 2026, so you have to think about, okay, what do I need to do for 2026?
So you train in Arizona and you train in Kenya. Yeah. Why both places? And what's so different between the training in Arizona and Kenya?
Both places, I feel like I have a community that's behind and supporting me all the time. But when I come here, it's home. It's where everything began. It's back to the roots. It's back to family. And as you can see, it's very it's very humbling. And it's sometimes I love being back here because it reminds me of the things that made me who I am. So when I'm here, I'm very grateful. I get to train. I get to focus on running. I get to see family. And then when I go back, then I'm okay, I'm back to where my team is, where everyone is. And, there's different kinds of responsibilities and the things that are needed of you. And I think it's nice that I get to have both places to just come here and kind of switch my mind and just focus on what is happening here, because I feel here it's very nice, very quiet. There's not a lot of things that go around, and the stress level is a bit lower.
Interested to find out, you mentioned the things that made you who you are. Yeah. So what exactly are these things that made Sharon who she is right now?
I think it's the people. It's also the place. Because most of the time with running, you cannot really do it alone. You need people that are there for you, that are, you need like coaching, you need training, friends, training teammates, family, like, food, there's a lot more that goes into it. So it's like when I'm here, it's like I have relatives, I have family. That's the most important thing for me. It's like just being close to home and seeing them and just the happiness. Sometimes with like the stress of running and everything, you go home and you get to switch your mind and you're not thinking about running, you're just thinking, you're completely there. And I think that's a nice thing. Or sometimes, of course, you get lost in there and you're just there just with your thoughts and thinking about, and it's like, it's very nice. You can always like picture how your life was before and how your life is now. And even just like seeing people that you were with a while back or people that you saw when they were starting and you see where they are, it makes you appreciate where you've been and what you've done. So, yeah.
Let's go to where this all began.
Yeah.
So you go to the US on a scholarship.
Yes.
You weren't exactly world junior champion in Kenya, nothing. In fact, we were asking with Elijah, when did you start taking this thing called athletics seriously?
Honestly, before I did the scholarship because I just wanted to go to college. I used to be honest though, yes. I ran in high school. I went to Kapkanda Girls, so I ran 2 years and then I stopped. Maisha, high school. I just want to enjoy life. I wanted to go to college. I didn't want to run. I was like, what is running, And then after high school, then life starts. You're supposed to go to college. We didn't have money for me to go to college and all that. So then I was like, I was a runner. So I went back. I started looking for running clothes, running shoes. I came to Strawback and I started training again. That was 2014. And I was there for 1 year and then I applied for schools and stuff. I got a school. So it was like, even when I was training, I was like, so long as I get to the US, I just want to get to the US. That's
the goal. That's the
goal. And then I get to the US. I'm like, in college, everything is different. My life was just, tough. But then if I think home, I'm like, going back, I rather, stay here. So it's either I continue working hard and with running, because then if I had to stop running, then I had to work on stuff to be able to go to school, to figure out. So I had to think and figure out things early on. So then I was like, okay, I'll keep running. But the school that I was in, they were very nice. The coach was so awesome. So they just like, they helped me like get accustomed to like life there with like running and everything. And then I was doing well. I was, the first year I didn't do much. Like we had an indoor season because I got there in January, which was the worst idea to be.
Because I saw you in the 5,000 meters indoor, 3,000 meters indoor. Yeah. You ran a couple of races.
Yes, I did. But then I was like ninth, you were just like, okay, what is this? So but then I was like, it's indoors. Like we were not even training that much because I got in and then I had 2 weeks to start racing, and I mean, here you were just, you will go when the two go. So I was not training that well.
You already reached your goal by getting to the US.
Yes, I got the visa. I'm like, perfect, But then I didn't know once you get there, it's January, it's indoor season, you have to start competing. So I had to I don't know, I had to force it somehow to make it work, whatever it took. And so, the indoor season came. The outdoor season came, it wasn't that bad. And then summer hit. And then, at that point, I was like, okay, it's not that bad, We were getting, we get stipend every month. So it was not that bad. We were getting, I think, $800. For me, $800 was, a lot of money. But then, you had to pay for, an apartment and all that. So I just, and then I had to save kidogo to send home because now, home in America, you have to take care of the family back at home. It was rough. But if it taught me something, it taught me how to be able to learn how to manage my money, to still, you have school, you have running, and then you also have this other side that, so it was very difficult. But I started getting better with running. So it continued like that. After the second semester, it was cross-country season. And my first race, I think, I won. And then I got fourth at pre-nationals. And then it just got like that. It got better and better and better. And I was like, okay, I'll keep going.
So you do well, you graduate.
Yeah.
You're still running, like you said, you've lived the American dream.
Yeah.
But still you're not setting the world alight.
No.
What is this that happens when you get onto the road?
Even before I got there, it was 2019. I graduated. I got a contract. It was yani layer. And then I moved from Kansas to Arizona. So we stayed in Arizona was altitude. So we're training, and then COVID hit. And then at that time, there's nothing. You know, so then I'm like, you're running? But I was like average. I was still in the truck just trying to see what I'm doing. I'm like, it's not like I'm breaking, like I'm getting like 30 or whatever. Everyone, was running so fast. So it's like, even if I came to Kenya, I would never be close to anything.
Yep.
So 2021, I came here, we trained a bit, and then nikaenda pre-nationals ama ilikuwa Nairobi. Nika win 10,000. Sasa, before hiyo, I was to retire. So, like seriously, life was so hard.
So you are like, let me just ready, but I want to quit.
Life was like, things were not happening the way you want it to happen.
Yes.
And running was not really paying that. It was not, yes, as you say, I was average. I was never getting any faster or anything. So that time, it was the trial. It was that one before trials.
Yes.
And then we went to trials. And I was number 7, number ngapi. Tulipigwa lap na kina Ubiri.
Yeah, you're around 7-9 thereabouts. I remember.
And then I was like, what am I doing here? From there, I went and I switched to road races. I went back to the US, and then I ran a few road races. So that was early 2022. I ran a half, end of 20, and then early 2022, I did road races. And those road races, I kept improving every time. So it was like, it's just like the time, my times got faster and faster and faster. Then I think I did a half marathon in New York, and I was 4th, but I ran 68. So that was like, okay, this is really good. New York, it's hard course. So my coach then, I think after New York, we went to a race in Hawaii, and I ran also another 68 by myself, which I was like, my coach was like, okay, it's getting better. So from there, just the momentum kept growing. So we did another race. I ran a PB. We went another race. So it just got like that. And then after, I think June, my coach was like, maybe we should try a full marathon and see how that would go. And then I was like, okay, but if we're doing a marathon, I have to go back to Kenya. And then he goes, okay, but why? I'm like, okay, if I need the mileage, I need to be able to at least be with people that have done it just so I can see from them and gain the experience from them. So I came to Kenya and I trained and...
You make it sound easy, but you won your first ever marathon.
Yeah.
Like in the track, it wasn't so beautiful. Then you switch to road and you just have a wonderful story. First marathon, first win.
Yeah.
Like how was it for you? Did you envision winning the New York Marathon?
Never. Never. Like if you ask me, we were going there just to have the feel of it. Like that was like the first marathon. We're like, oh, no pressure, just get in there. Like just feel how it feels. And then, we'll do another thing. But then there's something when you believe in yourself that you never really you get in there and then you're like, okay, it's my first marathon, but I'm going to put myself in it. And even when I was getting dropped and stuff, I still believed in myself. I still believed I had the fight and the courage to do it.
So you win in New York,
Yeah.
Everyone is surprised. And now we now know you are made for the road. Is there anything in particular that you enjoy more for the road than on track? Because I spoke to Catherine and she said she never quite enjoyed running on track. She felt like it was very repetitive. She liked to run when she can see outside and she can see other things.
Yeah.
Lorna Kiplagat, on the other hand, told us the marathon never liked her. She liked it, but it never liked her back.
Yeah.
You seem to be best friends with the marathon.
Not all the time. I mean, the results is different. But, as I said earlier, it's very hard. It's not like an easy thing to do. You know, there's just so much that go into it. Like you're almost cut off from everything else. Like life, yani maisha yote tu yako ni kukimbia, kulala, treatment, hivyo tu. Yani hauna maisha ingine. So it makes it very...
You sound almost like you're lonely.
Yeah, but you're getting millions. You're getting money now. Isn't it? So, I mean, that's a little bit comforting.
Yeah.
That at least now, despite all these challenges, there's the pocket is quite full.
Yes, but for that pocket to be full, there is so much that you have to do to get there. And usually it's not even just the running. It also is like the mental part of it. Because you have to be prepared here. Unajua saa zingine unaweza piga mazoezi, you can train and train and train. But if you're not ready, if your mind is not with you there in the training, utakimbia mpaka unaona tu mtu anarudi nyuma, unashangaa ni nini. Hata mimi sometimes in training, when I'm like running, I'm tired, na naenda tu mpaka nimejipata niko exercise. It's because you're tired. Your body is just telling you you're tired, and your mind is just like, oh, you can leave it, you know. But it's like you just have to train that and make sure that, you know, you are together. You akili na mwili inashikana.
Your win also gave us one of the most beautiful moments we've seen with the Kenyan athlete. You and your mom, the hug, the celebration at the end. And a few weeks ago, you wrote something on IG. You said, you're looking forward to stressing her again. And there was a picture of her literally pacing and with almost like a nervous stick as she's watching. How special is that to have your mother at the end?
Oh, very special. It like usually like most of I think most of my races, she's always like watching from home. So there's been like a few where she's been able, I think that was the second one. And for her to be there when I'm winning, you know, that was very special because I remember the first time I won, like all of us with no one ever imagined. And I got a video from my sisters of my mom on the floor screaming, like, you know, the excitement and everything. And so when she came to Boston, you know, even that morning, she was the one that woke me up. Like, we're supposed, because the bus leaves at like 4 something. So at like 3:30, you know, I set my alarm for 3:50. At 3:30, she was awake, knocking on the door. Wake up, you're late. I'm like, no, Mom. It's like, I know. I said the alarm. It's like, I think I hear a lot. Everyone has woken up. I don't hear you waking up. Maybe you overslept and all this stuff, you know. And you know, so it's like the morning of, she was just like very nervous. Like for me, in the first 2 days, I'm like almost, you know, trembling everywhere we go. And then she's like, oh, you got this. You know, she's like patting me, like, oh, don't be nervous. But then I'm like, okay. And in the morning, I know when I go to race, that's them now. It's their time. Because for me, my nervousness is gone once the bell is like, it's you know, it's go time. So when I came back and I was seeing that video, it's like I could, even when I'm racing, I could picture what she was doing. Because I know how when she is nervous, she's just singing, either she's like that. So when I saw that video and I came back and they sent me that video, I was just like, it was just so good for her to go through that and then see me win at the end of it. So I feel like it was just like almost like a reward, you know. So it was special. It was special because she was there with my coach. My coach is also nervous, so none of them were like helping each other in a way. Everyone is just on their own.
Feeling each other.
Yeah.
So what role has she played in your sports career?
So much. So I remember when I started running when I was, I think, class 7, 8. Like, you know, I was young. So there was races that I would go and she'll come with me. She'll come to me and she'll sit in the stands. I run and then we finish. She's the one that takes my awards and all that stuff. So she's like being there supporting me and helping me build like this running career and all through it all. Like, you know, just being a single mother and making sure like your children are doing well and making sure like they're okay. Now it's like our time to make her, you know, like all that time that she had to go through. Now she gets to like enjoy and have fun while still, you know, growing and seeing us grow. So
now, one of the hallmarks of your career is titanic battles between you and Helen Oiri. It's like the two of you on that road, you are like beasts. You are like tigresses. You are going at each other. Maybe in all of them. So she's beating you, you're beating her. But off it, I understand you're very good friends.
Yeah.
Like, you get along. Even the warm-up, you are together. Tell us how that dynamic works. Because I would think, I'm not talking to him. We are fighting for the same thing. But you guys are very close, yet very competitive.
I think it gives us, I think that the way sometimes I don't understand it because I would see her and she sees me and I know deep down she's like, I have to be her. Because that's what I'm thinking. And then sometimes she's like looking at me. And then after we finish racing sometimes, which is very weird, we're done racing. We have all our positions and stuff. And then she comes and she goes, hey, I saw you this morning. I was like, how am I gonna, But it's like, but you guys know Helen. She's very down to earth, and I love her. I love hanging out with her. I love swimming because before we start racing, everyone is nervous. But when I'm with her, we're cracking jokes. We're not thinking about it. It's like we're just trying to figure out a way to not worry about what is coming ahead of us. We're just trying to be present and just enjoy that moment. So yes, it can be like, people are like, oh, you shouldn't be even I'm like, no. I think in a way it works. And we've both found it, like, we don't talk about it, but I think we find it very helpful for both of us.
Oh, that you have that.
That we have that, yes.
Competitiveness.
Yes.
But yet friends.
Yeah.
So when you're winning, so the first one, she beat you with a kick.
Yeah.
The next one, you beat her with a kick.
Yeah.
The most recent one, she beat you with a kick.
Yeah.
So what's going on through your mind? Like, are you like, I love Amanda, aki ameponyoka. Like the last one, because you kept trying to break her and she just hang on.
Yeah.
She just hang on. And then all of a sudden she goes.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind during those battles?
It's like you fight until you cannot anymore. And it's like sometimes it's like when we go together, I know it's either going to be her or me. And she does the same thing. I think she knows too. So it's like we will just go hard and like add on until like one of us gives up or one of us is tired to do that. So if I go today, if I feel strong, I will go for it. And most of the time I go for it until I can't. And even for her, she's still fighting all the way to the end. So it's like when we get to like that close with like 200 to go and we're all just like, just trying to get it. Sometimes it's like you get to the point where you're like, you're so tired and you're like, But you're not supposed to think like that.
Yes.
Then you're still praying and still wishing that it's you that's winning. But then when she wins, it's like, okay, I know I did all my best. I did everything I could. Yes, she got it this time. Maybe I will get it next time. And I think for her too, it's the same thing because then it's like, hakuna mtu anataka kuachia mwingine hata kama rafiki yako.
Yes.
You never want to let them, take it away from you. You always want the win for yourself. But if she wins, then I'm happy because then I know, she fought for it. I didn't have it towards the end. She had it, she got it, and I'm happy for her. As she would for me too. So.
Is it a relationship of iron sharpens iron?
Yes.
Like when you're training, you're like, I have to beat Helen?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it that you just keep your eye on the ball? Like, I am just going to race and I'm just going to focus on the winning.
I usually, yes. It's like, but then I know before the end, I still have her there. So even though I know I'm going to win, I know for sure most of these races, I'm with her. So if I know she's still going to be there at the end, of which I also like because I think she brings out the best like competitiveness in me. So yes, it's like I want to win and she is there, but I still gonna give my best. But then I like it because it's also very like when she's there, I know it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be let's fight. So
speaking of Helen, she will not be in Boston.
Yeah.
She's opted to go to London to the first courses.
Yeah.
And we were wondering with Elijah, are we also going to see you at some point leave these classic courses, hilly courses, and go for a fast run, go to a Valencia, go to a Berlin, go to a Chicago? Are you willing to see how far you can push to 17?
I think so. Maybe sooner. We never know. But it's like, last year I was like, oh, after New York I will go. Oh, the other year I was like, after that I will go. So, it's very, it also depends with so many other things.
Yes.
But it's like I am not the only one that makes the decision. There's someone else also that's helped with like making this decision and seeing how things work. But yeah, I think it will get to the time as we prepare now for 2028, we just have to figure out also to get like a race in there just to have the time, because it's needed.
Which one do you enjoy more? The classic courses where it's like you said, it's competition, mano y mano, you and Helen in Boston, you and Helen in New York, or what I call time trials, Berlin, like just fast. Which one do you enjoy?
I haven't done all the others, I've only done this, but I think I should try, and then I could see.
You could see.
Because I've done this and I love them. I like challenges, and I think this has been one of the best. So I need to at least go to a first one, try it, and see how that would work.
You've mentioned 2028. It's
a
big year.
Yeah.
So it's the Olympics
year.
Yes. And it's going to be in a country that you fancy running.
Yeah.
And you have won several times.
Yeah.
So how are you preparing yourself towards 2028?
Honestly, I think I'll just continue competing and just try to be better, because I think, Kenya is very competitive. Every year there's a new champion now, like being crowned, and so you just have to make sure that you're staying sharp and you're prepared and you have all your cards ready for when that comes. So it's 2 years from now. It's coming quick, So just continue like proving myself and just taking these opportunities and chances just to show that I'm capable, because I was told that is painful. It's very painful, and I need a medal. I need a medal.
Will that fourth place and the fact that we only put you in the team 3 weeks
to
the Olympics, does that give you more fire?
Yes. I'm like, next time I don't want to be
By the way.
Yes. It's like I have to be, if they're making decisions, I need to be able to have proven myself and show that, I deserve to be there.
Yeah.
So.
And look at the competition in the women's marathon is quite competitive.
Yes.
Looking at the times now, and the competition is, of course, amongst your sisters here in the country, but outside also.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So for you, how competitive is it for you when you look at the women's races and the times they're setting nowadays? Like 10, the Ethiopian lady ran 2:10, and you're looking like, that's your first marathon. Well, how comes you're running at 2:10?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, honestly. But if anything, I think it's a good way to show that, yes, the women are still continue to show that they can do things, which is a big thing. And it's also like, it motivates me because I also want to run first. But seeing those women that, they can achieve and they can do that, then I know, even myself, if I do well, I do the right thing, I train well, I'll be able to be with them.
I think we should close with a question that Elijah had for you.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Question is, are you running towards something or are you running away from something?
I'm running towards something. I'm running towards something because I feel like there's always something out there to be achieved, to be targeted, to be kutafutwa. It's like in this world, it can be running, it can be something else. But right now, yes, I'm trying to figure out what I can still achieve, what I can still get. I think I still have so much that I could stretch to achieve. So, yeah.
What a wonderful interview. If I may say so myself, thoroughly enjoyed talking to her, Gladys. As you can see,
I know.
She is charming, she is funny, she is open, she is so comfortable in her own skin, as Sharon.
I love the fact that she comes out as so easy. She is enjoying what she's doing. I like her story. I was forced to because I didn't have a choice. And sometimes when you listen to such stories, they just give you motivation to keep going and keep going and keep going. Keep testing yourself. She's running towards something. She's trying to figure it out as she's doing it. So I think for me, that's my take home. Keep going. Just keep going.
And also just the honesty. A lot of times when you speak to people, they're all like, oh, I dreamt of doing this. I love doing this all the time. She's telling you, listen, I only did this because I wanted this.
Yeah.
And I thought this is over. It's hard. I don't always enjoy it. Like, there's some honesty and freshness to her that is so different and such. I absolutely enjoyed that interview.
I enjoyed that interview, every bit of it. I'm jealous, you guys, that I wasn't there.
Not to worry. On Monday next week, we shall be glued to our screens as we watch her. Sharon Lokedi looking to defend her Boston Marathon title. Last Monday, we had John Corrill. He will also be looking to defend his Boston Marathon title. So that is the date we are setting. Next Monday, all the best, Sharon. All the best, John. Bring it back home once again. Let's move on to short of the weekend. For some reason, you wanted to talk about handball, but you know what? Because we are pressed for time, we shall move this along to on the timeline. And the reason we go to the timeline, of course, a lot of things have happened this week. Let's start with a serious one before we get to the jokes. Now, the Arsenal social media accounts posted this on April 6th. Now, April 6th is an important day on the African continent for the people of Rwanda. Just take a look at what the Arsenal did for Rwanda.
The second commemoration of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. We honor the lives